Welcome back to the channel. In the heart of rural Germany, just days before Easter in 1922, 6 people were brutally murdered on a quiet farmstead. No suspects. No clear motive. And no one has ever been caught. This is the chilling mystery of the Hinterkaifeck Murders, one of Germany's most baffling unsolved crimes. The Hinterkaifeck farm was located about 70 kilometers north of Munich, hidden behind dense woods near the tiny village of Groben. It was home to 63-year-old Andreas Gruber, his wife Casilia, their widowed daughter Victoria Gabriel, her 2 children, little Casilia and Joseph, and their maid, Maria Baumgartner. But this wasn't a peaceful home. Rumors swirled about incest between Andreas and Victoria. Joseph's father was never identified, though many believed it was Andreas himself. Even before the murders, something felt off. 6 months earlier, the family's maid quit, claiming the house was haunted. And just days before the crime, Andreas found strange footprints in the snow leading to the house, but none leading away. On April 4, 1922, concerned neighbors visited the farm after days of silence from the family. What they found was straight out of a nightmare. In the barn lay 4 bodies: Andreas, Casilia, Victoria, and young Casilia. Lured there one by one. Beaten to death with a mattock, a farm tool similar to a pickaxe. The little girl's body showed signs that she had survived for hours, maybe even days, pulling out her own hair in terror. Inside the house, Joseph was found murdered in his crib. Maria, the new maid, had been killed in her bed just hours after arriving. Whoever committed the crime didn't leave. In fact, it appeared they lived in the house for several days afterward. Food was eaten. Fires were lit. The cows had been fed. Even neighbors reported smoke coming from the chimney. Police found no sign of forced entry. Money and valuables were left untouched. So if robbery wasn't the motive, what was? A strange newspaper not belonging to the family was found inside the home. And weeks before the murders, Victoria reportedly tried to withdraw her savings, hinting she may have feared for her life. Over 100 suspects were questioned, but none charged. Several theories emerged. Lorenz Schlittenbauer, a neighbor and former lover of Victoria, was seen entering the home suspiciously after the murders, unlocking doors like he knew the layout. Others suspected vagrants or soldiers who had returned from World War I traumatized and desperate. Some believed the killer was a disgraced family member, or even someone living secretly in the attic, watching, waiting. Despite numerous investigations, even as recently as 2007 using modern DNA, the case remains cold. The Hinterkaifeck murders remain one of Germany's darkest and most perplexing unsolved crimes. The original farm was demolished in 1923. Today, nothing remains but whispers, and a graveyard that holds 6 innocent victims, and endless questions. Who murdered the Gruber family? Why were they watched in the days before the killings? And why, a century later, do we still have no answers? Some say the killer was never far. Others believe he was never real. Evil can wear a familiar face. And sometimes, the scariest stories are the ones that end in silence. Left pointing magnifying glass like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more true crime mysteries.